Okay, consumer math is really important. It's not only something you need to be smart about with respect to your understanding of percents and decimals and things like that, but it's also something you need to just know as an adult in life and as a person in life. You need to be able to make smart decisions for yourself and for your family as you make purchases. And so, many times students will say, when will I ever need this? Well, consumer math is something you definitely need. And this is 8th grade level stuff. It starts on K.1 at Ixl level J. It starts simple and it gets a little more complex as we move to the first example. So Ron's got $1, and the question is, does he have enough money to buy a tiny doll and a blue plastic block? Okay, I get it. Who cares, right? Who wants to buy a blue tiny doll and a blue plastic block? Well, maybe Ron really does. And who are we to judge? So if he's got these two prices, but he's got $1, we don't really have to get too heavy into the math here to realize that, 50 something cents, even if we ignore the pennies, 50 something cents and 60 something cents is going to be $1.10, but he only has $1. So obviously the answer is no. Now, naturally, they're not going to stay this easy, but it starts us off just in the sort of estimation realm, and then we get into more, not complicated, but certainly math that requires more than just estimation. So this question asks us, I've got all these items I could possibly buy, and excuse me, so rather than just saying, do this math, it's asking us to determine what kind of math we need to do. How much more does a precision balance cost than an autoclave? So we've got all this stuff. This is irrelevant. It's not asking us about the telescope. It's not asking us about the microscope. It's not asking us about the lab freezer. So we're really only dealing with these two numbers here. And so the question then is, what do they mean by how much more? Well, how much more implies that we're trying to find the difference between those two numbers. And we all know that that means we're going to be using subtraction. So how much more is it? Boy, that's sloppy. I apologize. How much more is it to buy a precision balance than an autoclave? Well, obviously this one's more because it's the bigger number. So from way back when that when we subtract, we always have to put the larger number on top. And you know what? We're not really interested in doing longhand mathematics here. At this point, we just want to know how to get our answer. And so if you're making this kind of purchase decision in real life, you're probably going to use the calculator that you have on your phone. So you're going to go 3284 minus 1979. Make sure you start with a larger number because obviously you're finding how much bigger that number is. And so when I type in on my iPhone 3284 minus 1979, as long as I didn't make a mistake in typing the numbers in, I get $1,305. And so I'll just go 1,305 and hit enter. This one's actually a little easier. It doesn't even require us to subtract because it just says how much money does Susie need if she wants to buy an emerald bracelet and a diamond bracelet, an emerald pendant. Said the wrong thing there. So again, all this other stuff is just junk that's there to distract us. So we'll just get rid of that stuff. So she wants to buy one of these and one of these. And so we want to take 905 and 603. And this one actually we can probably do without a calculator, right? 5 and 3 make 8. 0 and 0 is just 0. And 9 and 6 makes 15. So 1508. Of course, if I used a calculator, I would type in 905 plus 603. Or I could type in 603 plus 905. And because of what we call the commutative property, it doesn't really matter what order when I use addition. It doesn't matter what order I do it in. Same thing with multiplication. So the answer is 1508. And boy, my handwriting is really sloppy. I apologize.